Let me ask you a question. When did you first start feeling invisible? Was it in 2006 when Facebook turned profiles into identities? During COVID, when work from home isolated us and TikTok made personal branding monetizable? Or when every AI breakthrough feels like an existential threat? This is a story about invisibility in a world of accelerating change, about resisting the algorithm, risking the commodification of social capital, and wondering whether success can still be measured at all. For most of my life, success looked inevitable if you followed the path. High school job, network, promotions, family, house, touch grass. And I climbed it. You see, before computers and the internet, I actually have a traditional artist background. I grew up painting and sculpting and drawing, and during RISD, I discovered the power of blending the traditional mediums I was so accustomed to with this new digital world that was emerging. Titles, awards, MoMA, Super Bowl spot, Beyonce, Emmy, plenty of misses, but I saw the ladder, and I did the things they told me to. But mid-climb, that ladder became a feed. And while those sort of old gatekeepers seemed to vanish, the algorithm took the gate. And the map sort of erased itself while we were still on it. Platforms promised the holy land. Hit publish, get discovered, authenticity will scale. The best ideas rise, a frictionless on-ramp to audience and opportunity. But what if the feed isn't a public square, but a casino floor? Every post is a pool. Winners get amplified, everyone else dissolves into noise. So the question isn't whether visibility is good or bad, it's what kind of visibility, at what cost, and on whose terms. And can we be visible without being the product? Act 1, the ladder that worked. The same force that accelerated our growth, technology, also undercut the ladder. What felt like a stable force suddenly started to feel like a historical artifact. In its place, a hazy economy of likes, followers, engagement, and social capital. And once smartphones were ubiquitous, everything moved online. Dating, job applications, networking, critical mass tipped right over. And COVID punctuated that shift and locked in this as our new normal. The old system bent and the networked one snapped itself right into place. Act 2, accelerating returns on the dark side. And we love ourselves the law of accelerating returns. More tools, faster progress, bigger leverage, but acceleration has a shadow. Value flattens, spam scales, and attention fragments. Online dating, social networking, NFTs, crypto, and now AI marketing, each wave of technology eroded signal while multiplying noise. And in my opinion, work got faster, but meaning got thinner. Change really outpaced the norms, and chaos filled in the voids. Act 3, platform logic, the new gatekeepers. And we all feel it. The gate isn't a person now, it's an algorithm. A few escaped on the old rocket, like legacy fame, and the few early adopters, like Mr. Beast, kind of got out early too. Everyone else is sort of in this popularity game that the platform owns and tunes. I resisted that game for like my whole life. The only time I really posted online was to maybe share some life updates. And even then, I barely did it. I didn't want the algorithms to dictate my creative vision. I thought the work would just speak for itself because it always had. And also, let's be honest, reputation matters. For me, dark girl, ethereal aesthetic, looks great on paper. But what if I post now and the machine algorithm decides that my worth is only 2 views? 2 views? 2 views. My ego, my poor sacred ego. 2 views to torch 15 years of paper prestige. So I resisted, and resistance has a price. I have maybe 55 YouTube followers. An average LinkedIn post gets maybe 50 to 100 likes if it's real snappy. And that's not a bug, that's the feature of this system. In this system, you must step into visibility or you don't exist. Act 4, the visibility trap. People who lean into visibility are thriving, and the rest of us face the same tension. The painter with the gallery show that doesn't trend on TikTok, the director with festival wins and only 200 views online. Anyone whose career once looked predictable is now challenged by AI's speed and scope. And credentials without visibility feels like exile. And exile feels like failure, even if you know the work is world-class. It can really start to look like the only way up is a pyramid scheme. Sell the idea that you've solved this problem, package the map, monetize the map. Act 5, damned if you do, damned if you don't. So what do you do if the rules change and the new game feels shallow but unavoidable? Bend to the algorithm or vanish? That's really the choice this system offers. But Lauren, is there a third option? I don't know. But I want this channel to be a place we test for one. Act 6. This is a lecture. This is not a lecture. This is a lab. These sort of thought logs, or story time, are going to be my experiment. Here I'm going to post philosophy, daily tests in technology and art, thought experiments that feed the machine without surrendering intent. I'm going to name the fear, make the work, see if it resonates, without pretending I've cracked the code. This video kicks off a near daily checking in where we are in culture, technology, and the creative economy. Because invisibility and this crazy rapid change are not just my fears, they're universal. And fear loses its power when we name it. You know the unironic drill. Like or subscribe if this resonates. It helps the channel and the experiment grow. LOL.